Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of How to Write Your Essays. In this tutorial, we're going to be learning all about the thesis. And as you can see here, I have my information ready to go for you. A thesis essentially is a statement that sets up your position and explains to the reader what kind of arguments you're going to use to prove your position. And everybody already, hopefully, has have their statement, which is this one. In my case, it is too sunny to drive. That's what I started with at the very beginning of our journey here for essays. And I came up with 3 arguments to prove why it's too sunny to drive. So, UV rays effects on eyes, reflective glare, and effects of heat. Many of you should already have those 3 arguments, and you should have your research done around those arguments. Now, why is it that I cannot have a thesis first, for example, and then do my research? Well, if you do that, what happens is as you're doing your research, some new ideas may pop into your mind, or maybe that piece of information that you thought would help you is not really helping. So having a vague idea, just like we started here, okay, of what you want to argue, gives you an opportunity to really go over the information before you start setting up your thesis. Once you have your research done, it is a lot easier to get into the second step, which is this thesis writing right here. So here's my thesis. What I decided to do was combine these 3 arguments into my thesis statement, and then in the second half of the thesis statement to provide my position. So if we start over here, this is my position. The position is that driving on a sunny day greatly increases the risk of a traffic accident. Okay, that's my statement. Notice that there is a purpose. The purpose or the result of driving on a sunny day could lead you to a traffic accident. I don't have this over here. Okay, there's a difference between this statement and this statement. This statement tells you what the outcome is. Okay, it's telling the reader if you drive on a sunny day, you could get into an accident. Now, the second component, just like I told you at the very beginning, is to prove or to show how I'm going to prove that this statement is correct. So in the first half, I wrote it down. Due to the effects of UV rays, visual impairment from reflective glare, and the immediate impact of heat on the body, driving on a sunny day greatly increases the risk of traffic accident. So I'm hoping that you're noticing these 2 different sections of a thesis. The first section, the beginning of it, lists what you're going to argue, and the last component tells the reader what your position is. Okay? Now, you don't necessarily have to do due to the effects. You could also say given the effects of UV rays, or since there are negative effects of UV rays on the eyes. Okay? There are many strategies that you guys can utilize to create your thesis. This particular strategy is not only easier, but it's also very effective because it accomplishes everything you need for your reader to understand your points and what you will be arguing as they read your essay. I'm also including this link to the Writing Center on Thesis Statements, and it really is an awesome resource. It explains what a thesis is, and then it tells you the steps that you should take when developing your thesis. So notice, we've kind of followed it already by looking at our research. We've done our hook, and now we are finally writing this down. Okay, so how long do you guys have to do this? We're going to take up until Friday to develop this thesis statement. I really want you guys to take your time with this. So as you're writing, as you have your ideas come into your mind, please send me your questions, and I'll be happy to guide you and help you develop your thesis properly. Okay, and do consult this site at the same time, just so that you have some background information of what expectations are going forward for writing a thesis statement. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And again, I welcome your comments. Please don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you. And thank you to everyone who submitted their hooks. I so look forward to reading them. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic Monday. Bye-bye.